Not at all. Motorcyclists are very important to the success of a racetrack. Let's make no mistake about that.
Yep.
They are a very important ingredient that leads to the success and the prosper. To help a racetrack prosper, you need to have motorbikes. Absolutely. Now, Highlands doesn't have motorbikes, and that's not by my rules. I think go for your life. If you think that's what you want to do,
yep.
have a crack. But I think it's just the general community are just, to be honest, scared because they just think, no, we're not going to go around there for 3 laps without having a major accident. So they choose not to do it at Highlands. But at Hampton and Taupo, very big cycling community, and obviously at Queensland Raceway too. So no, cyclists are, motorcyclists are most welcome, and a very important part of the business for sure. And to that end, we've got Australian Superbikes coming in March, I think, and long may that continue. And certainly with Queensland Raceway, people say, "Oh, you're going to change the track." You're going to change. Yes, we are going to change the track, mainly for the motorbikes.
Wow.
We're still going to... It's very difficult to change the track at Queensland Raceway because you're bound by the amphitheatre thing that you've got. And to go outside of the boundary, you would have to cross the Ebenezer Creek, which, some estimates are between $6 and $10 million to build a causeway over the creek. So, for the 1 in 100-year flood that could happen, type thing. You know how it goes.
Wow.
So that restricts that length of track being grown, but it certainly doesn't restrict us from making Queensland Raceway more challenging for certain types of vehicles. Motorbikes mainly.
I rode there Sunday.
Yeah.
So I did track day on Sunday afternoon there.
Yeah.
Because it's still fun. That's the thing. People,
well, it's a common thing. Like people come up and say, "Oh, it's a boring track," and I say, "Oh, so you've got the lap record?" And they go, "No." I said, "Well, how the hell can it be boring until you break the lap record?
Yep.
Don't tell me it's boring because you obviously haven't achieved that lap record status yet." And I said, "There's a good reason why the 2 top V8 teams in Australia practice there. And they can take the learnings from Queensland Raceway and adapt it for every track in Australia. And that's why the 2 top teams practice at Queensland Raceway and do very well everywhere else. So, look, I think, and I know myself, I've been raced there in a fast car. There's plenty to do, and it's not boring, right?
Yeah.
In a slow car, I can appreciate that, it's kind of slow, or boring. I get that. Hence, if I can just sort of try and explain it to you. So turn 1, turn 2, because the motorbike guys quite like them.
Yep.
And then after turn 2, go through the dipper.
Mm-hmm.
Do 4 and 5, because they like them as well. And then from 5, turn left and do a flip-flop back onto the straight out of 3, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then back through the wiggly bit at the bottom and back on.
The shortcut
Yeah,
part there.
the shortcut.
Back into 6.
Yeah. But we'll make that shortcut piece a first gear hairpin.
Wow.
Yeah, so you'll have to do that. So that, I would imagine, I think plans for that are probably September, October.